what you see today is really 8 years in the making. Our view was always to look at it. It was a very strong node. It was strong, well represented in terms of retail, but some fragmented retail. It had a massive and established market that we felt still had opportunity for retail. Much to everyone's surprise, we knew that if we did come into the node, we would have to really differentiate ourselves, so we create something unique. So what we really looked at here was, how do we make this so different? How do we make customers want to spend more time here? Durban's an amazing outdoor market, but most malls are enclosed. And you know, there's weather issues with rain and that, so we had to accommodate all these things in a mall, and we didn't want it to be perceived as value orientated, and we weren't even sure to a large degree where to pitch it, because there's a massive wealth market on the one side of us and there's a poor market on the other side of us. So, you know, 1 million people surround the mall. We had to be very cognizant of what to create in that environment. So I think ultimately where it goes is, shopping today is much more about consumerism. It's creating an experience where everyone can benefit. And if you look at what we've created, I think it's like we've got so many unique players in this mall. Although we're sitting at around 80% national retail component, many of those retailers don't comprise traditional retail malls. We're occupying 17 hectares of an estate that's going to have, I think it is 3.5 million square meters of bulk. That is a massive, mammoth project. We've got 65,000 square meters of 3.5 million square meters that's taking place around us. And that's really the test of regional malls, is that you can't subscribe to a market offer. You have to lead the market. You have to anticipate where the market's going to be. That was a big challenge for us. But when we looked at what was coming, what was around us currently, we did see a massive opportunity of positioning ourselves in the heart of that.
Well, today is our official launch of the Cornubia Mall. It's an 8-year project that has finally come together, and we're very proud and excited to be opening the mall to the public. Well, aesthetically, as you can see, it's an indoor-outdoor mall, but we're also bringing a lot of first-time retailers to the Durban market. So a cycling track to a mega store for Cycle Lab, to Console Glass, to being one of the only malls to offer 3 food shopping retailers. So besides the retailer and the tenant mix and all these wonderful experiences, we're also a mall that stands for an active lifestyle. And that's being active, being healthy, but also being active in the community that this mall operates in. Over the next 10 years, I think we really hope this becomes a success story of how a mall can benefit a community and the experiences that we can offer to the consumer out there. So if we get those 2 things right, that will be success for us. So our tagline and positioning of this mall is where we meet for good. So it's not only a place for good experiences and good entertainment, but it's also for the good of our neighbours. And all the marketing activities, all the activations, all the retailers have got behind in creating opportunities for the communities, be that job employment, skills transfer, or actually just understanding the needs of the community and how as corporate business we can actually assist in some of those needs. We will focus very much around entrepreneurship and education.
One thing we pride ourselves on is making a difference in the communities in which we operate. We have a legacy in retail. It actually started in rural retail developments many, many years ago. We have a history and a success in that space of understanding how to connect with the communities in which we operate and how to make a difference. It's challenging because you always feel you could do more, but I think what we've created here is skills transfer, upliftment. There are jobs, there will be more jobs. And we are engaging now with the local community for marketing initiatives, and the spin-off is the benefit of those activities goes directly back into the communities in which we operate. It's a mall for good, and we really want communities to own the mall. It's almost like this is their brand, this is their mall, and you know, we should all enjoy it together.